Hey guys, Lampy again. I am back on the paved path. That Royal View Red section, good morning, is a blast. Um, Man, I miss that. Every time I go there, I'm on the wrong day. So they switch days every other day. They change direction. So you got to kind of um, pick the right day for what you want to ride. And that was a great ride. Going up Yellow on the east side is so much easier than going up the red on the west side. And as you saw, if you watched the last video that I did, you can see how fast you can get rolling on that. So once you get trucking, you're going. Better have your hands on the handlebars really good. Have a good grip. So I'm riding home now, and I'm going to have to jump in the shower right away, get ready for church. But the other, I've been on this diet, and I've hooked my smartwatch back up. So I've been using my smartwatch quite a bit. So I'm like, I got to see if I'm getting good sleep. So I've been wearing the watch to bed. So it says wear it for 3 days so we can get a good algorithm, get some good data, and then we'll decide what you need to do as far as sleep. Thank you. And so I wore the watch for 3 days, and it comes up, it says, you sleep too much. I'm like, what? I said, what do you mean I sleep too much? The watch says you sleep too much. You need to go to bed later. I'm like, wait a second. I wake up tired as it is, So the watch proceeds to tell me, with its data and algorithms it collected, that too much rest is not a good thing. Okay. So I'm like, I like my rest. I like to sleep too. I mean, you put me down for a nap, I'm down. I'm going. So I'm like, okay, I told Kathy, I said, this thing is telling me I get too much sleep. And I'm only getting like 8 hours. It says I only need 7 hours and 10 minutes of sleep. It proceeds to tell me, go to bed no earlier than 9:30. I'm like, okay, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to give this a shot. So I stay up and by me staying up, that made Kathy stay up, which that's not good. If Kathy doesn't get her sleep, look out. So she does this face when she's kind of perturbed or something, she'll go. So I know when she's getting angry. Thanks, guys. All right, so she'll give you that look. So anyways, we stayed up till 9:45. So I didn't follow directions as perfectly as I should have. But I couldn't go to sleep at 9:30. I was kind of wound up thinking about this watch telling me how I should sleep. This AI thing is getting a little crazy. So we go to sleep. And I'll tell you what, I was out. I got up for my usual nightly get up and woke up the next morning. Man, the alarm went off and I was swearing at it. I could barely get out of bed, and I'm like, man, I am still so tired. So I get up, I make coffee, and I'm dragging. I'm like, wait a second, this thing told me if I go to sleep later, I'll feel better. So, yeah, not the case at that point. So I asked the watch, this whole AI thing. I said, hey, I woke up a mess this morning. I was tired as hell. The watch proceeds to tell me that you have to get into a rhythm. A rhythm of waking up tired? So, I'm like, this watch is full of shit. I'm ready to throw this thing away. So anyways, I'm like, okay, much like anything, exercise, diet, you got to get into a rhythm to really see the results. And I really do like staying up later, enjoying my deck. So the next night I told Kathy, I said, you go to bed, I'm going to stay up. So once again, I stayed up past the time that it told me. I couldn't go to sleep at 9:30. I was up. So I went to bed at 10. That's unheard of for me. It's crazy. So I went to bed at 10. Of course, how do you think I woke up? Wasn't too good. Lampy wasn't happy. But it wasn't as bad as the morning before. So I continued on for another day. And I'll tell you what, I started feeling better. It was not bad. So I'm going to continue to do that. But it was just kind of odd that this watch is telling me how I should run my body. Well, it tells me how to exercise as well. So I'm like, this guy's getting a little old, this smartwatch, right? I have an original Galaxy watch. Now, it does most of the stuff that I want. It tracks my heart, oxygen levels, all that good stuff. But, you know, it's seen its better days. So after this thing telling me precisely how I should sleep, which seems to be working now, you know, because I don't sleep in on the weekends, but today I slept till 6:30, which usually I'm up at 5:30 on the weekend. So maybe it's working. So anyways, I'm like, you know what? This watch is old. It's kind of tethered. I really like my mechanical watches, my automatics, my manual winds. So I need to find a new smartwatch that looks like one of my mechanical watches. So I went online to Samsung, and I'm like, hey Samsung, what do you got for me? So they came up with this Galaxy 8 Classic. I mean, it is the quintessential exercise sleep tracking watch, other than the Samsung Ultra, which I didn't want to get into that. I mean, it's titanium and it's all that stuff, and it's got one of those rubber bands on it. It's for action guys. You know, I feel that I'm pretty much, I like to do action stuff, but I'm not hill climb, rock climbing. I'm not, you know, swimming, all that good stuff. So the 8 Classic kind of fit me good, and they had this beautiful chrome frame for the watch with a white face, which I really like. It's a little bit different. Kind of has that panda look, that black and white. And I got a white band, a white leather band, which I thought looked really cool. Kind of different from everything else that I had. So now, on August 8th, I will take possession of my new Galaxy 8 Classic. It looks like a cool watch, and it's 46 millimeters in diameter. So it's gonna be jumbo on my wrist. I love it. I love watches that are big and bulky, but still exude that kind of elegance and coolness of mechanical watch. So we got that going on. I'm looking forward to that, telling me how I should run my life, and we'll see if it tells me any relationship advice, you know, on how I could romanticize Kathy, maybe, you know. All right, I rambled on enough. I'm almost home, guys. I'm on the main street here. People are looking at me funny because I'm going against traffic. I am in a bike lane. People have been very good so far, moving over, doing their 3-foot. But I'll tell you what, you've heard enough of my rambling today. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy, and Lampy's out.